After the KSI Press, I'm here with Randy Brown, who returns to action at UFC 274. Randy, how are you?
I'm good, man. And yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm happy to be talking with you. You're 2 weeks out. How you feeling?
I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good, man. I'm ready to go. Ready to put me in the work. So go out there and show out.
Yeah, awesome, man. That's awesome to hear. Before we talk about your fight, um, what's one thing that Americans get wrong with Jamaica?
That we all smoke weed.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, I think that's just every American thinks that every Jamaican smokes weed. um, all right. So it's been 6 months since your win over Jared Gooden. How do you feel about that performance?
I thought it was good, man. I thought I went out there and did my thing. You know, I feel like, you know, given different circumstances with the broken toe and all that, I feel like I finished that fight a lot sooner, but all in all, I feel like I did good.
Did you feel that broken toe in the fight?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Immediately, it was more so just a lot of mush whenever I stepped around. It just felt gushy in there, you know what I mean? And whenever I snapped it back in, I felt it. It was like a sharp pain, but I had to because I had no drive or no balance on my back foot, you know what I mean? So I had to go back in.
Yeah. Um, I know that you always look for the finish in every single fight, every single one of your fights, but did it feel good going 15 minutes?
Um, yeah. The only other time I went 15 minutes was when I fought, well, two other times actually. I fought Mickey Gall and when I fought Bilal. Those are the only times I went the distance, and that was like way earlier in my career before I had the skills that I have now. You know what I mean? So it was good to know that those skills will still be maintained throughout 15 minutes. You know what I mean? So that was good.
Yeah, I mean, and you know, everyone knows you as a finisher, right? So now, now that they're reminded that, like, yeah, I can go 15 minutes too,
Yeah, definitely.
Also, it's tomorrow's going to be your 1 year since you fought Cowboy Oliveira, and I just wanted to know if you had anything to share about that fight.
Nah, man. Just shout out to the super legend, um, Cowboy. You know what I mean? Dude, 22 fights in the UFC is not an easy feat at all. You know what I mean? By any means, shout out to him. That was another sick performance, and a great, good, willing dance partner. So we did that.
Yeah, no, it was a epic fight. All right, so Chaos Williams, man, were you aware of him when they offered him to you?
Yes, I was aware of him. I kind of like to look at. I'm a student of the game, so I'm watching all the welterweights. I'll never be the guy who's like, oh, I don't know who that is. Nah, I know every welterweight. I know of every welterweight. So, yeah, I knew who Chaos was.
What were your impressions of him through his, I guess, first five fights?
Oh, I was impressed. I was impressed. I thought that he's a dangerous dude. You know what I mean? He's coming, he brings big power to the table. He's very professional. Serious stoic guy. You know what I mean? He always got them suits. He always got his church suits at the at the conferences and all that. You know what I mean? At the media. So, um, yeah, I knew a bit about him, and he's impressed me for sure.
Yeah, his suit game. You impressed with that?
I mean, I'm impressed with more of his fight game than the suit game. You know what I mean? We'll put it like that.
What do you think of the matchup?
The matchup is phenomenal. I love the matchup. I think ultimately the fans win. Ultimately the fans win for something like this. I think that stylistically, uh, it's a great matchup for me as well. He's a guy that's coming forward nonstop, throwing volume. You know what I mean? Big combinations. He's darting at you. Um, and you know me, I'm a slick sniper. You know what I mean? So I'm out there moving, grooving, doing my thing. So it'll be his game to get close to me and try to close the distance and throw those bombs and peel off those big combinations. And for me, it'll just be maintain being slick, You know what I mean? Trying to get out the way of those and land my sharp shots.
Yeah, I mean, when you look at UFC 274, man, there's so many fun fights, and then you look at this fight, you're like, I mean, this fight is ridiculous.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's fan friendly matchmaking, and it's just a fantastic matchup, man. So how do you see the fight going down? And at the end of the day, how do you get your hand raised?
Um, it's again, I get this question asked a lot for each fight, right? And I don't even want to come off like like I'm dismissing this dude because I'm not. He is very dangerous, but I have the ability to win this fight anywhere I want to win this fight. You know, that's just how I feel. I feel like I get it done on the feet. You know, that's where he's most dangerous. I also get it done on the ground. A lot of people don't realize, you know, my ground game is tight. It's tight, you know. So um I just prefer to throw hands. But I get this fight done wherever I want it, you know.
Do you feel like the winner of this fight is getting a top 15 opponent?
Absolutely. It's either that or we one of us get a number afterwards. One of us are given a number after this fight, or we get a top 15 opponent, an opportunity to break in.
Yeah, I mean, I, I think it should be the latter. I think the winner of this fight could easily be get that number 15 spot. Because it's just you guys are both on a run right now, and I mean, it's top of the division, man. So what do you want the rest of your year to look like?
The rest of my year, just being active. Being active. I say that every interview. I got to knock on wood or something, man, because every time I say I want to be active, I get injured or something like that. People messaging me,
Knock on wood for you.
they're like, "Yo, you don't fight, man. Why you not fighting?" Wait, I'm like, "Bro, I'm injured, man. I can't fight." So you know, hopefully stay active. That's my same answer I give every time is I just want to be active, get this money.
Yeah. If Mick Maynard called you tomorrow and said later this year you get to rematch one person that you lost to, who would it be?
Whoa. Um, Emotionally, damn, I want my wins back, man. I want my losses back, you know. I'd probably strategically, if that was a real situation right now, I'd say below, just based off of where he's at right now. Um, Emotionally, because I know the circumstances surrounding, you know, it would have to be it would circumstances that led to that result, it would have to be Luque, Luque Vicente.
Yeah, I mean, who wouldn't want to see that rematch? You know,
Yeah.
fantastic, fantastic, awesome, awesome. And then finally for me, last year there was a lot of whispers around maybe finding Shavkat Rakhmonov. Was that a name thrown around last year too with you?
Yeah, that was a name that came across my table at one point, you
Awesome.
know. But hey, they I agreed, and then it came back that you know the fight wasn't a go, so we moved on.
Is that somebody that you would like to fight maybe this year, maybe next year?
Sure, sure. I'm down to fight anybody in the division that's above me, in the rankings. You know what I mean? If it's someone that's gonna have me take a step forward, absolutely. I'm down to scrap. You know, and if it's a good fight for the fans, if it's a fun fight, you know what I mean, and the bag is right, I'm in there.
I lied. I got one more. You're fighting in Arizona, in front of the fans. I know that you love fighting in front of the fans. You were at the Apex last time. How important is it that you're fighting in front of fans again? And have you ever been to Arizona?
Um, it's extremely important for me to be in front of the fans. I love fighting in front of the fans. I don't know what it is. I fight better every single time. Apex is not it when it comes to my fight style, you know. Um, I love fighting in front of the fans. It just gives you that extra boost of I don't know what it is, if it's adrenaline or what, but it makes you go, you know, and I love that. Apex sometimes feels like sparring, you know, and you gotta adjust to that, you know, which we have. But yeah, Arizona's fun too. You know, and I've been to Arizona one time. The UFC actually sent me to Arizona for the first time I was there. They sent me to Exos a while ago. I met some cool dudes there, you know, some good fighters. Um, yeah, climbed some mountains in the desert, you know, so that was cool. And yeah,
Hey, thank you so much for your time, man. I really appreciate it. If you want to plug your social media, plug any sponsors you got, you want to thank anybody, the floor is yours.
Um, oh, check out my YouTube channel. I got a YouTube channel, and I have a podcast on Twitch. You can find everything in the link in my bio on my Instagram, touch and go underscore, touch letter N Go underscore.